All right, morning everybody. It's Tuesday, Cars and Decaf. Let's go. All right, so a little bit of a different thing. Usually we're talking business, we're talking lost and found energy, we're talking Primeval Labs. Today I'm going to do something just a little bit different that may be helpful to some people that are considering starting a business. So I get the question a lot, hey, I'm starting a business, can you give me some advice and things like that? And which, I'm happy to do that, but it's across the board. There's a simple thing that people mess up. And that one thing is, how do you scale that business, right? So you have a passion, we'll use, supplements as a target, right? But you have a category you're going into and you love it and it consumes your life, and you already use these products or whatever it may be. If you're starting into a brand type of scenario here, the smartest thing to do is go with one product and really dial it in, right? Make sure that you have a community that you're reaching out to, that you're talking to, and it doesn't have to be big. You have to remember, when you start a business, don't think that it should look like mine or anybody else's, right? Just like our beverage business, Lost and Found Energy, that energy drink business doesn't look anything like the operations of Monster Energy, right? We're in really different spots. So we're going to operate different. I don't expect it to look anything like their operations. And you shouldn't expect, when you're first starting out, you shouldn't expect that business to look anything like somebody's business who's doing 7, 8, 9 figures. It doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't benefit you at all to portray it that way. All that's going to happen is you're going to run into a ton of debt, a ton of liabilities, and eventually burn yourself out way faster than you should. So my advice is start with that product, whatever product that may be, one that you can really be attached to and push out, and you feel like customers really need it, right? Like there's a benefit to it. There's a differentiator that you have. Go out, get your customers, talk to your community. Even before you launch it, I would say start building that community out. Start talking about your journey. Start talking about what you're trying to do. That is going to help a ton, right? Because it's easier now to talk to your consumer. It's easier to talk to that consumer, find out what they want, what they like, all those types of things. Significantly easier now than it has ever been in history. So you get out there, you start talking about this journey, something that you want to do, something that you're interested in, and bring people along for that. I did this exact same thing with Lost and Found Energy. Get out there and you run with it. When you are building that out, you're going to have these customers that are really into the product. Start small, expect small numbers, right? But you're just every day throwing at it, right? Every day talking about the business, your next step, what you're going to do, all those types of things. Get that community to really love that product. Once that happens, and once you have enough people attached to it, and you're able to communicate with them on a daily basis and all those types of things, and provide that content and give them that insight into that journey, they're going to then start giving you feedback and things that they're interested in, things they're looking for, things they want you to add to the line. And that's where you're going to find your scale, right? Do one thing great. You have to be great at it. Otherwise, you're not adding to the market, and the market will fight you every step of the way. But make sure that you have something that you're passionate about, that you're great at, that differentiates you in the market, and use that community to build that journey and to build that business up essentially with you. In a lot of ways, just like I've found over the last year, our community is my partner in business, right? Because every single day I'm putting out a ton of videos and everything else on TikTok, and using that really as a tool to talk to my partner, my customers, and let them help me guide the business and find success, right? And that goes for both. It doesn't matter. It's Primeval Labs and Lost and Found Energy. On the Primeval Labs side, the the community that surrounds our Latino-based flavors and everything are amazing, incredible. And it's something that I take great pride in, you know, being Mexican, having my father from Chihuahua, Mexico, my family from Chihuahua, Mexico, you know, having those roots and doing something good for the culture and seeing the culture respond in such a positive way. And then being able to continue to deliver those things for them. Like that's huge for us. And same goes on the Lost and Found Energy side. Our community spoke up. They attached to it. They loved it. And, you know, we're trying our very best to take that small business and turn it into a big one. In today's market, this is one of the best times ever to start a business, if I had to give my opinion on that. And it is simply because you have the ability to touch your customer every single day, multiple times a day, engage with them, get feedback from them, and let them help guide the business. It's absolutely incredible and something that people really are sleeping on. TikTok has revolutionized the way that you have the ability to do that. You don't need a lot of followers at all, right? You can start with very little, none, zero. I had zero, you know, and start throwing that content out there, and that algorithm and everything else that goes into it starts feeding it into the system, and people that don't know you are going to see it. And eventually the right people are going to see it, and it's going to matter. And that goes for any platform. It doesn't matter if it's YouTube, TikTok, whatever it may be, Instagram Reels, whatever. Start getting out there, creating this content, and really pushing that out there, and push your journey out there. And it may not attach at first, and you may not be able to get started, but I'm telling you, keep talking about it and keep pursuing it. Make little tiny steps towards that goal every day, whatever that step may be. Hey, I earned X amount extra. I'm putting it away for this, and you know, talking about your dream, your passion, your journey, whatever it may be. Once you start doing that, you're going to find people that have a similar mindset and that really attach to it. And I can tell you from a content position, smartest thing I can say is volume. If you're doing something once a week and all those types of things, it's in the long run, it's just not enough. There's so much content out there, you know, you got to feed into it. So make sure you're doing that. And again, step by step, I rambled a little bit, but what you need to do in terms of starting your business, the smartest thing to do, find one product, dial it in, differentiate in the market, and talk about it. Talk about that journey. Bring your customers into your journey. Once you do that, they are going to start explaining to you or telling you or recommending or asking for new product, new flavors, new whatever it may be, and that's where you're going to get your scale. It's a smart way to do it, because if you start just throwing out ideas and you're trying to find something that's going to stick, it's the black hole of a company, right? And it's the fastest way to essentially grow yourself out of business. You're going to add items that are not turning, that are stifling cash flow, and next thing you know, you're closing up shop. So I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. It's Tuesday. That's a lot to unpack, all before 9 a.m. So good deal. And I hope you guys like these. I hope this is good content. I hope you enjoy it. You know, we want to make sure that we're providing as much value as we can to you guys, whether it's, if I can help in business, cool. If I, you know, I'm obviously going to bring you along the journey for what we're doing, you know, building up both of these businesses. I have some very, very big goals of what I want Primeval Labs to look like. And that journey continues, right? So job's not done. We're going to get there one day at a time. And I hope I could help you guys and keep you in the loop on everything that we're doing. So appreciate you guys. Cars and Decaf. Second one, day 2. Let's go.